Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampwithelaine.com. Today I'm featuring these pretty pop-up dies to decorate these new embossed treat bags. You'll find these dies on page 173 of the new 2022-23 annual catalogue. It's these dies here. They don't go with any stamp set as such. You can use them with anything that you have. It only partially cuts out the images so that these wings and the butterfly wings and the petals can pop up, and that's why they're called pretty pop-ups. I've used the rectangle one here, and you can also use the individual ones, so these will cut out and they'll still only partially cut so that you can pop the wings up. I'm also featuring the new treat bags, and they're embossed and they're done in white so that you can colour them if you wish. I've left mine white so that I can put a matte layer on and highlight it that way, but you can put rubbing alcohol in a water spritzer or just water and add a few drops of inker into it and then spray it in a sink, cover it that way. You'll find the bags on page 140, and they measure 4 3/4 inches by 6.5 in height and 1.5 in depth. These are the gift bags. They come in a pack like this, and there are 10 in the pack. So what I'm going to do is decorate this side of it. This side you've got the crease where the gusset is in order to pack it flat, so I'll decorate it on this side. What's lovely about these bags too is that it's got a big handle already die cut so that it's easy to carry. The stamp set I'm using is called Celebrating You. It's transferred over from last year's annual catalogue to this year's annual catalogue, so it's not new. The sentiment I'm using is Just For You. I'm going to be using my Stamparatus, and the ink is Night of Navy. Now, I've already set up the stamp, so I'm just going to pop my cardstock in the corner, buttered right up against the two adjacent sides, ink it up with Night of Navy ink. Now put it on the Stamparatus, because sometimes when you're stamping on cardstock it doesn't come out very well, so you might have to stamp 2 or 3 times in the same spot. And to do that, the stamp positioning tool is just indispensable. Basic rhinestones. So you need a piece of pale papaya. This has been cut at 3 5/8 inches by 3 3/4 inches. In metric, that's 9.2 by 9.5 centimeters. Then you need 2 pieces of pool party. This has been cut at 3.5 by 1.5. In metric, that measures 9 centimeters by 4 centimeters. I'm going to use the mini die cutting machine. The platform here is approximately 3 inches wide. I'll center this die on the cardstock, pop it in on the base cutting plate, and then pop the other platform on top. Now with this mini die cutting machine, if you stagger the 3 plates so that they're flush with each other, it won't go through the machine. So in fact you just have to set that back a little, the second platform bottom plate, and then this one on top, flush with the platform one on the bottom, and then it should run through with no problem at all. It's a little bit squeaky, my handle. Bring back my mini die cutting machine and pop my plate 1, the bottom plate 2, and I'm going to put this here and use the individual dies. I'll put one here and the small butterfly here. I'm going to reposition the dies and pop this in and run it through the machine again. I've put some Tombow on the back and now I'm going to glue that onto the matte layer. And do the same for this one. You don't want the glue to get onto the die cuts because that will glue it shut. So you want to avoid that if possible. I'm going to have to trim some of that off because I glued this one too high up. Then all we have to do is just pop those wings up like so. Cardstock a little bit and then pop the butterfly wings up. So you put your finger there and just curl the wings up a little bit, then possibly it will stay up better. You want to be gentle with it because that's quite narrow and you don't want to pull it off. Bring back my bag, apply adhesive on the back and glue it to the front of the bag and wait until that bonds. It's quite handy having these embossed stripes because then it can act as a guide. Next, bring in the rhinestones and pop them here. And there's your bag completed. Wasn't that quick and easy? You put your hand in there and pop the bag out. Put whatever goodies you have inside. Then insert some tissue if you wish. I made a card to go with this. In fact, I cased this from the catalogue. Now with the oval one, you can also die cut it on a card front and then colour the petals and the leaves like so. And that's what I did for the inside. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick tutorial. Gift packaging made really easy. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll be back with more inspiration next time. Links to the supplies are below this video in the Show More section. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and I'll appreciate it if you shared it as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.